Okay, so what section is this? 6.2? So Foundation Math 26.2, this is number 16. So the question says, and this is just a bit, this is a bit out of the box. Oh, still frozen on, yeah. Okay, there you go. You can see that now. So this one talks about a triangle ABC, okay? Triangle ABC. It says the coordinates of the vertices. Okay, so the vertices, first of all, this word vertices, if you don't know what that is, vertex is like a point or a corner where two sides meet. That's a vertex. So vertices are the corners of the triangle. And the triangle is labeled ABC, okay? And the information about the vertices or the points on the triangle are given as coordinates, okay? So we could sketch this real quick. We don't have to be very accurate, just a rough sketch. So negative 3, 1 goes over 3, up 1. So A would be around here. B is 6, negative 2, so go over 6 and down 2, be over here, that'd be B. And C is 3, 4, so 3, 4. So the question is, how can you tell whether this triangle ABC is a right triangle or not? Now, again, this is a very rough sketch. If you had graph paper and a ruler, you would be able to maybe see if this is a right triangle or not. But it looks like what we're trying to test out here is probably this angle right here. Is this angle, this is C, is this angle a right angle? Now, if we have two lines that intersect and they form a right angle, what do we know about the slopes of those lines? They form a right angle. The slopes must be what?
Negative reciprocals.
Thank you. Negative reciprocals of each other, because that would make a 90 degrees. So they have to be perpendicular. So are two of these lines perpendicular to each other? Now, I don't know if it's C or not. I'm just guessing by my little rough sketch here. I think it is C, the one we're looking at. But let's find the slope of all of them to check. So the slope of AB, okay, so slope of AB. Remember that little formula. So the formula is M equals Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. It's very important. So we'll take the second y value, which in this case is negative 2. We'll subtract the first y value, which is 1. And we'll take the second x value, which is 6. And we'll subtract the first x value, which is negative 3. So negative 2 minus 1 divided by 6 minus negative 3. So this becomes, what is this, negative 3? And this is 6 plus 3. That's 9. So that's negative 1/3 when you reduce that. Does that look okay? So AB, this is a slope of negative 1/3. Okay, good so far? Let's do the others. So let's do now, I don't know, let's do AC, okay? So the slope, I'll do another color. Slope of AC. Okay, so it's A and C I'm looking at. So 4 minus 1 on top, divided by 3 minus negative 3. Oops. 3 minus negative 3 on the bottom. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. This one is positive 1/2 when it's all said and done. Does that look about right? So M equals 1/2. So you see how we're going about this? I'm just taking the slope of each of those lines. Then I'm going to...
I got a 9, 3 over 9.
Oh, you got 3 over 9 here? Oh, maybe you multiplied or something. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so you were doing this, but you got a different number on the bottom. That's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. But when you're doing your homework, if you get the wrong answer from the back of the book, that's when you go back and look at your work. That's why you show your work. You're like, okay, what did I do wrong here? Oh, 3 plus 3 is 6. It's not 3 times 3. You know what I mean? Just little mistakes. I make those too. So that's why you got to go back and check. Because on a test, when you do this, you don't have the answer to look forward to or to check with. So you got to go back and just do a quick check. It's like, okay, did I do all my adding correctly and multiplying? You know, that's why you show your work. That's why we're practicing this now. So if you found your mistake, that's awesome. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do CB, okay? Or BC, I guess, whatever. The slope of BC. So that's these two. All right, so 4 minus negative 2. And this is why I show kind of all my work too. It doesn't take you all that long, but if you show your work, then you do less in your head and you do fewer mistakes. You make fewer mistakes if you can actually write it down. So that's just what I'm used to. And sorry, where was I? 4 minus 2, negative 2, and then 3 minus 6. Okay, 3 minus 6. Okay, so this is 4 plus 2, that's 6 over 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Okay, so that's negative 2. Right? Negative 2? So now what we have to do is we have to compare the slopes and see if any two of these are negative reciprocals of each other. Are there two slopes that you're spotting here that might be negative reciprocals of each other?
AC and BC.
The slope of AC and the slope of BC. So guess what? I think we were correct in assuming that this might be the one that's close to the 90, because yeah, if you flip these numbers around, 1 over 2 becomes 2 over 1. That's what 2 is. And then this one's positive, this one's negative. These two are negative reciprocals of each other. Therefore, the lines must form a 90-degree angle. They are perpendicular. Therefore, we can say that triangle ABC is a right triangle because it has a 90-degree angle in it. Okay? And that's how you would finish this question. ABC, triangle ABC, blah, 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 has a 90-degree angle in it. Therefore, it is a right triangle. Done. Okay? And I'll write that down real quick. Triangle, therefore it's okay? So you would write that down so I could read it. But that's maybe how you would finish this question perfect. Tie it nice in a nice, neat bow. Good?
Good.
There you go. I just did the toughest question in your assignment for you. Aren't I nice? Yeah. Sure you are. Okay, any other questions about that? Nor? That's a no. Okay. All right. All right, now you know everything about 6.2. Awesome.